Katie, Oscar. We need Ben. Ben Apple, and then we'll get started. Let's give him a minute. So I'm sure everyone's asked how things are out in Houston. You've been going through quite an ordeal between snow and cold temperatures and so on.
Yeah, we had that brutal cold snap about a month ago. That was probably one of the worst things I've ever been through. I mean, yeah, a week with no power. My apartment was probably like 40 degrees. No water. It was terrible. It was awful, but we got through it.
My brother is living in Fort Worth. He married a woman from California who moved to Texas. And so he's a
Oh,
California surfer boy stuck in Fort Worth. He's making the best out of it. But they had an interesting experience in their neck of the woods with the freeze. He's got a lot of vegetable beds. He went out and he threw a whole bunch of row covers, double thickness, to insulate all of the plants, the lettuces and the chard and the rest, thinking that if snow did happen and the cold did happen, he'd probably be able to save most of his crops. And guess what? He did.
oh, nice.
Yeah, it was a really kind of an interesting thing to see the photos.
That's awesome.
So good old California boy. Okay, do we see Ben yet? Ben Apple. We do not. Okay, so in the interest of getting started, I'm going to go ahead and make my opening pitch and begin our wonderful bass masterclass. So I'm Suzanne Mudge, the Executive Director for Youth Music Monterey, and we're pleased to have all of you in attendance today for our bass masterclass. I've introduced Donko, Elise, and Jean, and the board members that are here. I think Dorothy Micheletti's working today, but she might be listening via phone in and out. We're especially proud of the students who are going to be performing today, Oscar, Andrea, Ben, and Katie. And our guest this morning is Andres Vela, and he's a native of Edinburgh, Texas, and he received his Bachelor of Music degree from the University of Texas at the Rio Grande Valley. And he was a student of Dr. George Amorim. And he's currently getting his master's degree at Rice University in Houston, Texas, where he's a student of Timothy Pitts. He's collected many accolades as a soloist and orchestral player. He's been a member of the National Youth Orchestra. He's performed at Carnegie Hall, been on tour in China under Maestro Charles Dutoit in 2015. And he's also participated in a number of festivals, including Tanglewood, Music Academy of the West, and Aspen. So lots and lots of good things here for such a young player at this particular point. But he's a rising star and a bass genius is what we're told. So we're very, very happy to welcome Andres to our masterclass, and it's all yours.
Thank you so much, Suzanne, for giving me the opportunity to come and listen to some fellow bass players. I always, enjoy listening to bass playing. Whether it's like on YouTube or friends of mine that want to play for me, or students as well. It's always a joy. Um, but let's see here. I think I'd like to start with the Bach actually. Um, I think it was Andrea that was gonna play that, the third cello suite, the Bourrées from the third cello suite. I think if we could start with that, um, that would be nice.
Me, right?
Yes, yes. Very nice. Oh, nice. That was awesome. Um, wow. So I really, really liked the rhythmic sense. I mean, it was pretty much, just there rhythmically. Uh, I think a lot of bass players that I've seen and just other students when they play Bach, they have a tendency of messing with the rhythm, and I think it's important to just follow the rhythm that is there and just keep a good time, um, which I think, I mean, you did perfectly, I think, and I also like the feel of it. It's a pretty good tempo. It's a pretty nice tempo, I think. Um, let's see. Um, I think I think like a general thing. I think you want to maybe so none of the if you look at your music, none of these like quarter notes and eighth notes, they have no articulation written over them. So it's sort of like a default stroke, a détaché stroke, and I think that at times you're playing a little bit on the shorter side. So if you could sing out uh, these eighth notes and these quarter notes a little bit more, think a little bit more on the string, um, and a little bit more horizontal movement rather than vertical. I think you would get the sound that I think is appropriate for Bach for this piece. Um, and so that's one thing. Second thing, I think, and we'll go over it. We'll go over it. So I'm just kind of another thing. I think you could take more time. don't take more time in between phrases. I mean, you're the one that gets to decide that part, how much time you take. And I think uh, you know, taking time in Bach is super important. It's um, you uh, you know we'll go over that, and and I think you'll get it. It's not that difficult, but that's another thing. I think, yeah, the time thing. I think, yeah, you could take more time, especially in between the movements, the first movement and first beret and the second beret. I think you could take a little bit more time. um, Another thing, the second beret, um, is, I think you need to think of it as like this whole completely different thing. Uh, it's all one thing, but the second beret has to sound um, a little bit. It has to have a different color. It has to have a different color. So I don't know. Do you have a dynamic marking on your score? In the second beret?
No.
You don't. Okay, that's fine. Um, I think this whole thing could be softer. Not softer. Just maybe a different color, a different sound. You have to find that sound. Um, just make sure that it like doesn't sound like the first beret. It has to be something completely different. Um, Maybe I noticed, well, maybe it sounded to me like maybe you were using most of your bow hair for the first one. Maybe for the second beret, try using a little bit less hair. Um, and I think you'll
Oh,
find what what
no, I
I'm.
want to stay muted.
Oh, okay. Uh, let's see here. Yeah. So that was another thing that I noticed. Um, let's see. Um, so articulation, right? I was talking about a little bit how a lot of these quarters and eighth notes need to be sung out a little bit more. But like, for example, the second last bar in the first beret, you played those sort of like long and connected. I would actually play those short. It's boom, boom, boom. So, and there's some instances of that same thing uh, throughout the movement. But again, we'll go over it. So if you don't mind, um, if you don't mind starting from the beginning again, and I'll just sort of stop you, and just I will let you know. So whenever you're ready. Nice. So whenever you have that rolled chord, I would actually be careful. I would actually not spend that much time on that chord. So it's do-do-dum, do-do-dum, dum, dum, da-di-dum, da-di-dim, do-do-dum, dum, three-di-da-di-dum, da-di-da-di. So could you try that one more time? Maybe yeah, try it one more time from the beginning, just to get into that. Nice. 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 That was nice. Could you actually, I want you to do it again, but could you think longer? just more bow. Use more bow. Um, um, Really just think like like song, like a song, do-do-dum, do-do-dum, dum, dee-dum, da-dee-dum, da-dee-dum, do-do-dum, dum, dee-dee-da-dee-dum. Super connected. Yeah, try that one time. That was better. That was better. Um, yeah, and this next part is especially, it has especially, it's even more, much more lyrical. So really try not to come off the string. Try to just stay on the string. Try to stay on the string as much as possible. Um, can you go from can you actually go like maybe 2 bars before? I think that's bar. Um, what bar is that? Oh yeah, sorry. That's the go from the fourth bar, the fourth measure. Yeah, yeah. That's the idea. That's the idea. Just stay on the string as much as you can. Um, could you keep going from there? Like maybe start there and then keep going. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, so you so you really wanna exaggerate. I think I can sort of hear what your intentions are as far as uh dynamics, but I think you could exaggerate them a lot more. And I think so whenever you have so you have let's see here. Da- when you go and then that's the arrival point. That should be the loudest note, the highest note. So and then those last 2 3 notes uh soft, you know. So just try that. But nice. Even more. Even more. I think so. Start a little bit on the start a little bit softer. So start a little bit softer so that you have room to crescendo, to shape it. So start a little bit soft, hit the highest note, that's the loudest note, and then back away right after that. Nice, nice. I really liked the last notes. So we'll keep going, but even that could be more exaggerated. I mean, think maybe think as soft as possible, as loud as possible. But I think it's good to have I think it's good for people to hear the the difference, you know, the crescendo and then the diminuendo at the end before the repeat. Um, nice. Okay, could you keep going? So yeah. Right here? Sorry. Right here at this point, same thing. Bomb. That note is your arrival point. So also, you know, start at a lower dynamic and then grow that phrase and then arrive, that's your loudest note, and then diminuendo. So could you try that? More. Nice. Yeah, that's it. And the I'm the those last three notes, they're good. But can you just try this? Play um you know, think forte, mezzo forte, uh and or maybe sorry, think forte, mezzo piano, and then pianissimo. Those last three notes. Uh you know, there has to be a big difference in volume in all three of the notes. So could you just try those last three notes for me? Even softer. Think as soft as possible. That's okay. That's okay. So, try it again. Try it again. Is that the softest? Do you think that you could play? Even softer. Like extreme soft. I really want to test your uh, because yeah, just try as soft as possible. Better, better. That was much better. I will say it one more time. Even softer. Yeah, think don't try not to put as much weight on your right hand. Loosen up your right hand a little bit. Just let the bow just sit on the string, and all you're doing is just moving it horizontally. Don't think like you know, like you have to put all this weight on the bow. Okay. Uh, one more time. Yeah. What part of the bow are you playing that in?
Oh, the bottom.
Yeah. I would maybe try playing it in a different part of the bow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Maybe maybe because there's not as much weight on other parts of the bow, you know, like as the frog. I would maybe try playing like in the middle of the bow, you know, because it's a little bit lighter in that area. So yeah, I think maybe that might be the problem. You know, uh, don't play that on the frog. Play that more towards the middle of the bow, and I think you'll find what I'm looking for. Maybe try, you know, once or twice, like even like just out there, you know, like on the tip, just to see, you know, what it could sound like. Try that. Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't really see your bow, but I could, yeah. But no worries, no worries. Like that's, you know, that's important. You know, the ends of these of the movements. Uh, Here, we have a couple minutes left. Could you just play the second beret? Okay. Okay, okay. So it sounds almost the same as the first beret. Tone wise, um, and like the quality of the tone, like and also just the volume. Try, I would, if you said, "Oh, I'm playing the first beret in mezzo in forte," I play the second beret piano. Try that. Yeah, keep going. Keep going. Same thing here. Those three notes. Da 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 dee da 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 dum, boom, boom. Da da dee dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee dee da dee dee da dee dee da da dee da dee da dee da 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 dee dum. Da 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 dee da dee 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 da dee 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 da dum. You know, y- y- um, so I think I think we're out of time, but if I could make a really well first that was better dynamic wise, but I would really think much softer. I really want you to exaggerate. Have this range of this is really loud. This is really soft. And I think it'll give it a little bit more, character, I think. And But if I could make a really strong suggestion, is listen to this, listen to these movements played by. I mean, you go on YouTube. There's a ton of bass players playing this, a ton of cellists playing this. And that's how I learn a lot of my stuff. The first thing I ever do before learning a new piece is I go on YouTube and I'm like, how does this sound like? I think it's good to have like an idea of how you wanna sound, because then it's like it's in your head while you're working on the piece. Like I want to sound this way, and it's like I don't know. You set up like a goal. I want to sound like this, and you know what it's supposed to sound like because you're listening to it. So I would go on YouTube, look up a bunch of recordings, maybe steal some of their ideas. Like phrase wise and a bunch of things. Um, but I think this is coming along really well. I really do. So thank you so much for playing for me.
Thank you.
Okay, I think um, was it. I think who was playing the Alamando the third suite? Was that Ben or Oscar? I think or
Me, Oscar.
oh hey Oscar, hey how you doing? Uh,
Good.
yeah. So you sent me your score. Are you playing this? Sorry. You're playing this in C or in G?
I'm playing NG.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. That's good. You can start whenever you want. Nice, 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 awesome. I'm so sorry about those those incoming calls, but really nice job, really nice job. Um, you know, same thing as Andrea. The your pace is really nice. I think it's a really nice tempo. Um, a lot of uh, the articulations are for for the most part there. But similar things that I talked about with Andrea also apply. Uh, you know, thinking longer, thinking longer, more lyrical, um, uh, and let's let's go from the top. We'll go through. Let's go from the top. Let's see here. Uh, you can start whenever. We'll go from the top. Nice. So, sorry. So good, good. Even the so this first phrase. So you have ba-dum bum ba-di-da-dum bum da-da-da-dim bum bum da-da-dim bum. It has all of these all of these phrases have to have uh some shape, some sort of shape. If you think bum 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 dum bum bum dim bum bum dim bum 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 dum, that's not that's not Bach. It has to have everything some sort of shape, you know. So, think of so maybe try ba-dum bum bum dum bim bum dim bim bum dum, and then really get soft, really get really soft. Those last few notes, barely audible. Try that just once. Nice. Keep going, keep going. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's the idea. And I really liked the last two notes. You have bum bum. The last note has to be you know, soft. It has to be soft, not bum bomb. But nice. Could you keep going from there? So I would I think I know I was talking earlier about taking time, but I think you're taking too much time here on this chord. So you know you have let's see here. Yeah, go from there one more time where you started, but don't take that much time on the chord. So roll the chord, but don't take as much time after. Just sort of just keep the rhythm kind of flowing. So if you can go from there. Exactly. Sorry, yeah, sorry. That exactly it. That was exactly it. Da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, da-da-dum, bum, bum. Go after from the chord and then keep going. Yeah. So right here, you know, you go da-dum, da-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-dum, da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. You can play a little bit here with the tempo a little bit. I think it just it gives it it's a bit more tasteful. You know, uh, Try. I know that that's you know it's probably a little bit hard to do on the spot, but I just want you to kind of have like you know like this in your mind, you know. So try that for me from the chord again. Nice. Nice. And so in this, you know, like like the berets, you know, you have these like uh you know, you go from basic like register wise, you know, low to high. So again, it has to have you know, it has to have a shape. Um Start soft and your loudest note is that should be the loudest point. So you go and you crescendo so think of it like that. Um, uh, uh, keep going after, or maybe actually maybe start the ascending section. So boom, 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 boom. Go from there. Nice, nice. And then same thing here. So you go. So you go. Sorry. Same thing there. You shape, you know, it's important. You have to shape that. Go again from the top there, from the high note, C sharp. Yeah. Can you think as soft as possible? I just go from actually just go from And start thinks really soft as you can play. Yeah, that's the idea. That's one more time. One more time. And yeah, try it one more time. Sorry. Even softer. I like the ending that how you end it. That's how it. That's where you need to be. But I feel like the beginning of that could still be soft, even softer. That's the idea. That's it. That's exactly it. If you just take those for whatever how many amount of measures that you just did, if you just take that and you apply it to the rest of the movement, it's a whole different thing. It's a whole different thing. Uh, so I you know I know that we both know that you can do it. You know, so think of that. Think of the shape of that. Um, you want to keep going from there? Yes. Yeah. I be careful with be careful not to slow down. Dun, 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 boom, 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 boom. You slow down a little bit there. Be careful not to do that. Go. Can you go from dun, 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 sorry. You know, right before those eighth notes. If you can go from there. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. But at the end, just a little bit. Dum, da-da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 da-da-dum, da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. A little, take a little bit more time. Dum, da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. Not no. Don't take time on those eighth notes. Take time only on those last few on the last two notes. Dum da 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 dim bum 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 da da dim bum 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 bum. Yeah, just think. Place the last note a little bit more. Boom, boom. Just play the last two notes. Boom, boom. A little bit more time in between. Boom, boom. Yeah, that exactly. Boom, boom. Nice. Could you keep going? Nice. That nice. Very nice. I like the thumb fingering that you have there. That's good. Um, I could I actually give you a fingering suggestion for the very that A B C sharp D. I would not shift for those notes. So I would actually start the A with your thumb. Yeah, so everything's in position. So, you have to worry about two less things, missing a shift and intonation. So I would start with the thumb. Could you just try that? Oh, sorry. And then you have to shift back. Da-dum, dum, da-da-da-dum. Show me. Could you show me what your fingering was? One more time. What were you doing? No. What I'm trying to eliminate is the shift in within the slur. Uh, so da 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 dum bum ba dee dum dee dum. You want to avoid those. You don't want to shift. Sorry, you don't want to hear the shift. You want you want to hear just the slur. So yeah, that's a finger that I would do. Starting with the thumb so that you don't shift in the slur. Um, well, I've also heard people shift in the slur like you just did, but they they hide it a little bit better. But that's okay. You can do your fingering, but the important thing is that you don't hear the shift. So try to hide it, with your right hand, with your bow. Like it's a speed thing. Slow your bow down whenever you shift, and it'll hide it. It'll hide the shift. Um, but sorry, keep going from there one more time from the beginning. Yeah, from there. Nice, nice. Keep going, keep going. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, maybe go from. Can you try that chord one more time and then keep going? Nice. You all the technical stuff. I mean, you can play. Your left hand is working really well. Um, you I think the most important thing for you, you just you got to know what you want to do with the music. Like you have to give the music uh, um, some some variety in the phrasing, you know, like like those 4 bars that we did, and so I think what I told Andrea, listening, I think is probably the most important thing, like that a musician could do, uh, especially when you're trying to learn a new piece. You have to know what what it sounds like. You have to know what it sounds like, and and if I know, I mean, it looks just from the looks of it, it looks like you're a bit unsure about fingerings, and uh, I could give you fingering suggestions all day long, but we don't have time. So I really would encourage you to just look up recordings, and you see bass players doing all kinds of fingerings. And I mean, I've spent a lot of time just watching other bass players play. My colleagues as well, they play all this stuff. Just by watching, I'm like, oh, that fingering's interesting. I want to try it. Maybe it'll sound better. Maybe it's easier on my left hand. Uh, like do a little bit of research, and but I think I mean I think overall I think you know I think your concept of like a good sound is great, and I think there's a lot of things that I think you're doing well, and you know thank you for playing. It was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Let's see. Can we have Katie play next?
Do you want me to tilt my camera down a bit so you can see my bass better?
Yeah, actually, if I could see your bow, that would be awesome.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's much better. That is much better. I think that'll work. Nice. Oh man, how'd you feel?
Nervous.
No worries, no worries. It sounded great. It sounded
Thank you.
great. Um, I um, I think your intonation is really good. I think I mean, for the most part, your intonation was, it was there. Um, I I think your sound, like, yeah, like the quality of the sound. I think, I mean, I don't know, what bass you're using, but I think that your bass and sounds really good. Um, so that's all great. Um, how I just wanted to ask, from I think, because I could see your bow arm. I couldn't see, like the Andres and Oscar's bow arm, but I mean that's okay. But because I could see your bow arm, I just wanted to ask, how how does your bow arm feel? Does it feel tense? Does it feel like, how does it feel like your bow arm to you?
I think it felt tense while I was playing. I am working on in lessons. We've been working on me being less tense, but I do tend to tense up when I'm nervous. So
No,
yeah, it felt yeah kind of tense.
so and that's like perfectly like understandable. But when you play, because I got the sense that, like, um, you're not the most, you know um, comfortable, when you play, and everything should feel like, uh, you know your bow arm should feel very, loose, very loose, uh, and I just felt like, I mean, just from looking at it, it was very just tight. So if you could think, just having, just play your open A string, and just open A's, ba 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 ba, just do that for me. Yeah. So think so your arm is kind of just moving. I don't know. Can you see my arm
Yeah, a little bit.
a little bit? So, you know, your arm is moving a little bit like this. Think think this. Think this kind of motion. Not so much this. Not so much. Think think like this part of your elbow. Whenever you do an up bow, think of it doing that, and then whenever you do a down bow, think of, it being pulled back this way. Um, just super, just relax, and not so much this kind of motion. Uh, uh, if yeah, can you try that for me? Does it feel more relaxed to you? Does it feel? And that's interesting, because just you playing those notes, those open notes, I can hear a difference. Um, so let's go from the beginning, and then we'll sort of just talk through it.
Okay.
Nice. Okay, nice. So, um, you have marked in your part piano. Do you think you're playing piano there?
Yeah, I was playing too loud.
Yeah. So just think soft, think soft, and just another thing, and this goes for the whole movement. Whenever you have a slur, uh, it has to be a true slur. So, like, there can't be any sort of break in the sound within the slur. So, and what's happening was, when you're string crossing, at some point during the stream crossing, your bow stops moving. So if you just keep moving your bow and then sort of drop the bow on the next note, it should sound like a true slur. So if you can, yeah, just play the first bar for me, just the first bar. Yeah, that was it. The slur, that was it. I also see that you're starting uh a little bit on the frog side of try starting maybe like in the middle of the bow. Can you try that? No, it's
Yeah.
yeah, try it again. Try it again. That the slur was really nice. That's really nice. 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 Great. Great. Now, when you have these these separate eighth notes, the ones that are not slurred, you they're a bit on the shorter side. You know, you're playing them. You're playing them like you got like they have short like staccato markings. Uh, and you know there's nothing marked on those notes, so they're you know détaché. They're just on you know on the string. Can you just can you do that first bar again for me?
Okay. From the beginning.
Yeah, from the beginning. That was better. Think even longer. Those angles think even longer. Uh-huh. And then can you keep going? Can you keep going? And just think longer. Those things. So, did. So sorry, you're playing them a little bit. So they sound a little bit like dun 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 didn't bum 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 bum. Think did it da did it da da dee da dee da. Think much longer. Can you go from the second bar? Da, da. And then one thing here, try don't put a space between the half note and the eighth notes. Connect that. So do, do, dee, dee, do. Because there's no space written. There's no space written there. So try to. It's all connected. Exactly. Exactly. Nice. Exactly that. That's exactly correct. Then then you have. Bum, da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, da. This longer, you have to play these like the first couple bars longer, but also there's a big crescendo, huge crescendo. So what do you do? Do you see that that you see the last bar in the first line? You have B G. On that G, you really diminuendo there, and then just come out of nothing. Dee da dum da da dee da 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 dee da. And then crescendo through that. Okay, try from that the last bar in the first line. Nice. I know the bowing kind of it messed you up a little, but no worries. Even longer. I want you to get this, especially these two bars, because you have these exact same notes almost the entire movement. So I want you to get this so that you can just apply it to the rest of it. So try again um, from that same bar, and think don't think horizontal. Ba ba, not so much bum 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 bum. Think da da dee da 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 dee da 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 dee. Can you go from that bar?
From the one before it or the
Oh, sorry. So from the last bar in the first line. So B G A. Yeah. Much better. Much better. That is absolutely much better. Try it one more time. Use even well, if you really want to do the crescendo like effectively, you ideally you'd want to start with um less bow, and then when you crescendo, I mean you're using so much bow. I mean, so I mean it would look something like this. I don't know if this would be helpful, but I mean the usage of the bow has to increase as well. So try that one more time. Exactly that. So take those eighth notes, play all the other eighth notes the same. So I think so I guess the most important things. Uh, Make sure that you play the slurs like true slurs. Okay, so whenever you have a string crossing, just be careful that there's no break in the sound, and usually that happens because your bow is stops whenever you do it, like it gets stuck. So, dun, boom, boom. So make sure it's dee, dum. So make sure that you have your left hand, both notes already pressed down. That also helps, by the way. If you wait to put your finger down for the second note on the string on the other string, that there's a higher chance of your bow just not speaking. So ideally you want to have both of the notes already placed, and all you got to do is just move the bow and don't stop the bow. So make sure you play all the slurs, uh, like true slurs, and then uh, we worked on this bar, dynamics. I think really exaggerate the dynamics. Look at the last line. What do you have marked on the first bar of the very last line?
uh it's piano
Yeah,
pianissimo.
yeah, yeah. So you have pianissimo. I think that you probably might have played that almost a forte. Yeah, but that's okay. Just, pianissimo and then forte. They're so far apart. They're so far apart. So think as soft as possible, as soft as you can play, and then forte. You just play your regular forte. So actually, can I just have you play just that last line?
Would you like me to
Oh
start
yeah.
from the
Yeah.
first bar on the second
Please,
one?
please, yeah. Start from the bar before. Yeah, yeah. That's the idea. That's the idea. And um, let's see here. Oh, and then one last thing. You have so if you look at the sixth line, do you see the where you start on a D?
Yes.
Yeah. So you have these dun di da dim bim di di da dum. You have these double up bows. I wouldn't do them up double up. I think I think I would probably just play that as it comes. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. I think the up ups, they did you write in those staccato?
No, one of my previous teachers did.
Yeah, I um I would yeah, I would probably just play those as it comes because what they sound like to me, they sound dum dee da dum dum dee dee da dum bum. It doesn't really go with, the other half of the bar. So it should sound like da dee da dim bim be dee da dum bum da 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 dee da dee. Just you know, like that. Uh, and oh, I hope, um, I hope that I was helpful to you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
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 thank you.
yeah. Just exaggerate that dynamics. Think more connected. The whole thing. Loosen up your right arm. I think that'll help a lot actually if you loosen up your right arm. Uh, and I don't know. I've never heard this piece. Maybe again listening. Go on YouTube. Maybe there's someone playing it on YouTube. You can get a couple ideas and just know how it sounds like.
All
Thank you.
right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Then the last person I think is Ben. Is Ben here?
I don't. They were on, and then they don't seem to be logged on.
Oh no.
Um,
Well, I mean, if
Let me just see if I can give a quick. Um,
This is Carrie. I can text Kate, Ben's mom, real quick if you'd like.
that would be amazing. I'm looking for her. I only have her email on my phone. I'm afraid.
Andreas, while we figure that out, what are some of your favorite bassists online that you like watching and just learning
oh
from?
man, there's so many. Yeah, what I could do actually. I was thinking about this. I can get like a list, a bunch of bass players, a list, and I can send them to Suzanne to forward to them to listen to. Um, there, there's so many just great recordings, so I can yeah, I can do that. Maybe
Cool.
send like a lot. I mean, there's a lot. I can maybe send like 10, like maybe 10 of my favorites. And yeah, I'll do that for them.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anyone have any
I have a question.
yeah, please, yeah.
How old were you when you started the bass?
I was 11. I was
And was that your first instrument, or did you start on something else and then go
no,
to the bass?
it was my first instrument. I was actually in theater arts. You're allowed like one elective in sixth grade. So like I was actually in theater arts first. I was in that class for about a month and a half, and then I I just didn't like it, I guess. And I just remember I was like, oh, well, maybe playing an instrument would be, you know, the thing to do. So I like changed classes and I walked in and he introduced himself, my orchestra director, and he asked me, he's like, what do you want to play? And I said, I have no idea. I don't know anything about anything. And he said he's like, we need bass players. I think there was like one bass player. And I was like, sure, I'll I'll play bass, I guess. And then yeah, that's how I started. And then I started taking lessons my second year playing, and that's really when I just started. I started really just getting serious about it. I started doing like all region. I did all region in middle school, and then high school. I did all region, all state orchestras. Um, I did all that stuff, but yeah, that's how I started. Yeah.
Oh, I think
Uh,
they just joined us again.
Sorry?
I think Benjamin just joined again.
Yeah, looks like they are back with us.
yes, I'm here.
So Ben, Kate, are you ready to go?
I think so.
Can you turn on your video?
Yeah.
Benjamin is a little shy with the video. He doesn't want it on him, but how about we put it right on the bass? Exactly.
There you go.
I'm not very confident in myself.
No worries. No, don't just just play, relax, and just it's okay. No worries.
Okay, all right. Always have a hard time starting music when I'm in front of someone new.
Okay, just take your time. No worries.
So this is the piece I played for my audition for YMM. It's Minuet 1.
Uh-huh.
Not too complex. Pretty simple, but now I might mess up a lot.
No worries. No worries.
Okay. I haven't played so in like a bit, so I'm a little frozen up.
No worries. No, just take it. You take it down. Nice. That was nice.
Thank you.
You were making it sound like this. Oh, I'm gonna do so bad. No, that was actually quite good.
Yeah, I just have to get the hang of it, and then it gets a little easier.
Yeah. That was nice. I mean, yeah, well, real quick. So, um, your timing was really good. Like, I
Thank
mean,
you.
boom, 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 boom. I actually think that you could, for your uh level of like comfortability, I think that you might want to play a little bit slower than you're playing it, just so it
Yeah.
feels more a little bit more, just relaxed. It sounds like at times you boom, 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 boom. You want to kind of just get ahead. I would just, boom, 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 boom. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'll go through it really quick with you, just to just kind of give you like a overview of So you have first line is great. So you have boom, 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 boom. You want make sure that in that second measure, you play those notes. Sorry, those notes short. Boom, 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 boom. Short, short, boom, 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 boom.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then, and then in the second line, you have, so you have boom, short, short, and then it's this lyrical section, melodic section. It should be on the string, totally connected. So it should sound boom, 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 short, short, dum, 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 boom, 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 short, short. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, da, dee, dee, da, dee, dum. Not boom, 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 boom.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Got
because
it.
these notes don't have, these staccato markings on top. It's
Yeah.
détaché, so it should be on the string. Could you just try that?
Uh, from
So
the start or
yeah,
for
actually
the
start from the beginning. Start from the beginning, actually. Yeah, that'd be nice.
right.
Nice, nice. The first line, nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. I think this part. Da, 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 I was looking at your bow,
Oh,
and you're playing these notes from like a vertical angle. You're doing dum bum 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 bum. Think da 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 da. Think horizontal. Think horizontal.
hmm.
Try this again. Try starting on the second line, but yeah, can you just yeah try it?
Like, what do you mean, like
Y-
this
So
thing?
sorry. Yeah. Do you want to just play from the second line? Just play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just play. Just play it. Okay. So what I want you to do is get away from the frog.
Get away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. A lot more. A lot
hmm.
more. Keep going. Keep going.
Like,
Yeah.
like, what do you mean?
Sorry. So the bow. You have the bow, right?
Hmm.
You're playing really close to your hand. I
Oh, so you want me to play more out here?
yeah. Absolutely. I want you to play more out
Okay.
there. I feel like it'll be easier to play more horizontal there. Try playing there and think melodic. Da, 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 dee, da, 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 dee, do, dee, dee, da, dee, da.
Okay, I think I can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Don't go back to the frog. Yeah, more out. Come out a little bit more. Yeah, that was better. No, that was better. That was better. And then these last notes, dee dee da dee da, also connected. Dee, dee, da.
That's like, oops.
Yeah, yeah. And then let's see. And so if you look at the fifth line,
This line. Yeah.
what do you have marked there? What's the dynamic marking there?
Uh.
Do you have forte? Do you have mezzo?
Oh. Piano.
You have piano. Do you
Yeah.
think that you play piano?
So it's quiet, right?
Yeah. It has to be. Yeah, it has to be quiet. Boom, softer, even softer.
Hmm?
Even
Softer.
softer. Yeah,
Okay.
even softer than that. Nice. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this part that you have, fun fact. This was my first ever piece that I played in a solo recital
Oh,
11,
really?
11 years ago.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's yeah. So I actually, but it was not called minuet. It was called a gavotte, I think. Yeah, but so this is like super, like like kind of throwback for me. But so look at the seventh, sorry, the eighth line.
Yeah.
Okay, so and then look at the measure before. So you have don da di dum, right? I don't know what I mean. This one doesn't have as many dynamics, but this is different material. So you have dum da di dum, and then play this soft. Di dum bum di dum bum do di di do di dum. You
Can go
know,
back and forth it.
yeah, exactly. Kind of just grow through that. Could you play the last three measures for me?
Last three measures of
Go.
eight line, line eight.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You go from line eight.
To the end.
Yes, to the end. To the end. Yeah.
Okay.
And think more connected, more on the string, more horizontal, away from the frog. Yeah.
Louder than I thought. But
Nice, nice, nice. And actually, the last, the second last note and the third last note, so the D and F sharp, I would actually put a little bit of space in between. Not bum bum. I would do bum bum bum. A little bit more space in between. Yeah. That's the idea. A little bit more space in between those two notes, and then bum, and then uh, play the last note for me.
the what? The last note.
Yeah, yeah. So make sure you hold it all the way. So 1, 2, 3. Exactly that. Yeah. Uh, do you have any questions? Do you have any questions?
No.
Cool. Yeah. Just um, just more on the string, more détaché,
Yeah.
dynamics, articulation. Make sure you have, you know, you have all these things in mind. Okay.
Yeah.
But thanks for playing for me.
Yeah. Thank you too.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, well, I guess that pretty much wraps up today's masterclass. I would like to thank our participants, Andrea, Oscar, Ben, Katie. You're very brave to put yourself out there. And kudos and congratulations to all of you. And thank you to our wonderful teacher today, Andres Vela. Loved hearing what you were talking about, and makes me want to play the bass. I'm a trombone player, so I'm already in the bass clef.
Nice, that's good.
And I've long admired bass players, and of course, getting to sit so close to them in orchestras, I've been able to watch them.
Right next.
And so, are you a French bow or German bow?
I actually started off playing French bow. I played French bow for about 3.5 years. And then my first, my second, well, actually, yeah, my first and second teacher were both German bow players. So I actually switched to German, and I played German for maybe 9 years. Yeah, and then this is like super recent thing. As of like mid-January, I said I want to go back to French bow and because I want to be able to play both actually. So I've been playing French bow now for about like 3 months. So I'm like I play both essentially. I play both. Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome. That means you're ambidextrous. In the
Yeah.
big leagues of baseball,
Yeah.
that's incredibly marketable.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Well, I think what I'm trying to go for is like playing orchestral excerpts with a French bow. It just feels better, like French bow, and then solos, German bow. It's just like yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of hard. It's like kind of hard to explain, but it's like just how I feel about the bows and like excerpts and solos. Like I just yeah. But yeah, I do both.
That's incredible. What an interesting thing. Wow. Okay, well, let's see. Did we have any questions in the chat from anyone? Last chance to. Don't see any questions. So, last chance to ask a question. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, the class is ended. Go forth and play brilliantly, think brilliantly, and be well, everyone.
Thank you so much for.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.